Welcome to the 27th episode of Lalitha Sahasranam Stotra. The karmacharana or action through which the faculties are trained to establish the unification of forces in the body, within the body. From the time we get up from the bed in the morning till the time we go back to get back to the sleep, human beings perform thousands of karmacharana or actions. Each thought that we release is a karmacharana, is an action item, because the senses are involved, the faculties are involved. However, only those set of karmacharana or actions that establishes the unification of the forces in the body enriches the soul that is residing in the body. The rest of the karmacharana actions are useless. They may yield some benefit physically in the external world, but spiritually their significance is zero or null. In order to understand this better, during the human lifetime, there are certain occasions where we taste sweet success. Maybe in the exams, standing, first in the exam, or getting the dream job or whatever. These are some cherishable moments in anybody's life. So what happened during these times, or the karmacharana or actions that were performed during these occasions, it is through the unification of the forces within the body, and by that process tapping the ultimate energy source in the universe, by drawing the energy from that source, and by being soul connected, what was improbable to achieve became possibility. And so if we can continue in that manner, in that karmacharana fashion, every time that we perform a karmacharana, the soul gets enriched very fast and the saturation happens. And that is the whole purpose of the human life. That's the purpose of the soul assuming the body. However, the current scenario is such that 99.99% of the time we are disconnected from the soul, and disconnected from the faculties, are not in unification of the forces within the body. And it's only less than 0.01% that occasionally, few and far between, that we weave out some miracles that we think that it is a miracle that this has happened, but it is not a miracle. It is just because accidentally we hit the right combination at that time during that karmacharana or action. So Lalitha Sahasranam Stotra, 1,000 forms of energy, trains our faculties to weave out miracles each time that we perform an action or karmacharana. And the Universal Mother is ready to serve us in that direction, towards soul-connected karmacharana, towards enrichment of the soul, and towards saturation. So let us move on. The next nama is Sumeru Srungamadhyastha. This is one sloka, Sumeru Srungamadhyastha Sriman Nagaranaika. Sumeru Srungamadhyastha. So what it means is that the form or energy that is residing between the two mountain peaks, the entity that is residing between the two mountain peaks of Meru. Now, the mountain peaks, what are the characteristics of the mountain peaks and what happens between the two mountain peaks? So, the mountains are representation of potency, full of potency. Even till today, even today, all the medicinal plants and there's so many the health related plants, the enrichment of the potency related things are found in Himalayas. So they are the mountains are a representation of the potency, the vitality. So mountain peaks. So as we go upward, air is becoming thinner and thinner. Therefore, mountain peaks, on top of the mountain, the air is thin. And so between two mountain peaks, between two mountain peaks, there is a kind of a stability that gets established. There is an equilibrium that establishes. Although the air is thin, that air is full of vitality. It is full of unadulterated quality, and it is stable because it is situated between two mountain peaks. So there is no disturbance as such. So it is there are no ripple effects between two mountain peaks. So that is what is the meaning of this nama. So what is the significance of these namas? Sumeru Srungamadhyastha. So from the previous sloka, Swadhina Vallabha, Sivakameswarankasta Siva Swadhina Vallabha. Through that nama, we have understood that Universal Mother and Universal Father, Kameshwara, and the Universal Mother showed inclination towards nurturing the next generation, because they have the Universal Mother has performed the tasks of Vasikarana, various Vasikarana, and helped everybody towards transformation, and in fact through Sarvarna Navadyangi Sarvabharana Bhushita, there is already one generation that has happened because this sprouts that originated. So the only aim for the Universal Mother is to give opportunity to as many souls as possible to assume the body, get enriched, get saturated, and help towards the progression of the universe. That's the only aim. So towards that effect, she has performed many tasks, and through Shiva Kameshwarankasta, Shiva Swadhina Vallabha, there is a unification of the forces of Universal Father and Universal Mother has taken place within the human body. Therefore, there is an inclination that has happened. There is a kamasutra entering into the human body. So there is an inclination towards nurturing of the next generation that is vetted by none other than Universal Mother, Universal Father in the previous sloka. So hence this nama Sumeru Sringamajjasta must be related to the previous acts that were performed. So what is this Sumeru Sringamajjasta referring to? It is referring to Srungara. From Srunga means the peaks. So from Srunga, Srunga is the root for the Srungara. So Srungara means it's not just sex alone. It is unconditional love manifesting in a union of two individuals. We can term it like that. So the mountain Meru, between the mountain peaks of the Meru, so what is the connection of the Srungara to mountain peaks? The midpoint, the middle of two mountain peaks and the Srungara, what is the link? So here the mountain peaks, the middle of the mountain peaks refers to the thigh regions, and the middle of the mountain peaks obviously refers to the reproductive organs. So Sumeru Sringamajjasta basically refers to the volunteering to nurture the next generation. The act of Kamasutra is being performed. So that is Sumeru Sringamajjasta. So clearly the volunteering act to nurture the next generation is materializing through Sumeru Sringamajjasta. So in the sloka Kamesa Gnata Saubhagyam Ardhavo Dvayanvita, we have discussed the role of thighs, and we said that thighs are the place where the Kundalini flow is the weakest or the minimum, and by removing the blockages in the thigh region through this nama Kamesagnata Saubhagyam Ardhavo Dvayanvita, so the free flow of Kundalini is happening everywhere. And when the blockages in the thigh region, the blockages of Kundalini flow are removed, the thigh region becomes very dominant. And that is what is being shown in this nama, Sumeru Sringamajjasta. So they are like mountain peaks of Meru mountain, the thighs, and the middle of those two mountains, the two thighs, is a very stable region, full of potency, full of vitality. That is the reproductive organ. So that is the essence of Sumeru Sringamajjasta. The next nama is Sriman Nagaranayika. So she is the chief or she is the head of the city called Sriman Nagara. So Sriman Nagara, Sri Nama we have discussed right in the beginning. It is a reflection of the balance of northbound and southbound forces in the body, and in the basically in the Anahat Chakra, the unification of the fire element of southbound force with the earth element of northbound force in Anahata Chakra is called Sri. Through this unification, any amount of energy, any amount of wealth can be drawn. That's why Sri means people think it is wealth, but it is much more, it's beyond wealth. By being beyond wealth, we can draw any amount of wealth. So Sri gets connected directly to the Universal Mother because there is a unification that happens. So through that connection, one can draw like a straw any amount of energy, any amount of wealth. So Sriman Nagara Nayika essentially refers to the head or chief of the city that is full of wealth. And here, so that's Sriman Nagara Nayaka, or the city is none other than the reproductive organ. Because that's essentially it means that giving opportunity to as many souls to assume the body is the biggest wealth that Universal Mother propagates. So therefore that is the true wealth, and because ultimately each soul has to get enriched in all the taste and then get back to the super soul, the Universal Mother. So that is the biggest wealth, to provide opportunity to as many souls as possible. And that wealth, the center of that wealth, the key role that is assumed towards that cause is Sriman Nagara. That is the reproductive organ situated between the two mountain peaks of Meru. And the Naika, she is the leader of that town called Sriman Nagara. So clearly the Universal Mother, Universal Father, the ambassadors of these Universal Mother and Universal Father are preparing to nurture the next generation, and the act is being performed. In this Nama Sriman Nagara Nayaka, in various scriptures like Rudrayamalam, Vidyaratna, Bhashya, etc., they mention this city is the boundaries of the city. There are 24 walls, or 24 prakara, 24 walls. And there are some other scriptures that says that Sriman Nagara, the city of Sriman Nagara, is beyond the Brahmandas, and it is located in the middle of the Kshira Samudra. That is the ocean of milk, the churning, where the churning has happened. So there are some explanations like this, but it's important to analyze this explanation properly. So from the sloka Nijaruna Prabha Pura Madhyat Brahmanda Mandala, we have understood the 17 17 lokas or 17 universes are inward, not outward. So the 7 of these are towards the upward direction or divine characteristics. 7 are downward or demonic activities. Therefore, therefore the Brahmanda that is beyond these universes cannot be external, cannot be an external entity. It has to be an internal entity. And similarly, the Kshira Samudra, the ocean of milk, center of the ocean of milk, and the Brahmanda has to be an in internal matter. Therefore, the Sri Chakra, this Sriman or Sri Chakra Puram, that's what is being addressed in the scriptures, is not an external. It's not an external entity. It is an internal entity, and that is nothing but the reproductive organ. And the kamasutra act of masculine potency uniting with the feminine feminine reproductive organ and crossing and reaching to the X, that is called Brahmanda. So that means the potency of the male reaching the female X and giving rise to the fertility is called Brahmanda. And this whole process is churning of Kshira Samudra or Kshira Samudra Madana or the ocean of the milk. Therefore, then what is the significance of this 24 walls? 24 walls refers to the genetic chromosomes that participate or that result during this Kamasutra act. This has been proved scientifically also. So therefore this is not an external city or the wealth that is been well guarded by the 24 boundaries or the walls. And in the middle of this city there is Sri Chakra or Sriman Nagara, and there's a queen or somebody who is seated there. No, it is clearly an internal matter. Sriman Nagara is the reproductive organ, and this Brahmanda, Kshira Samudra, all this is an internal matter. And this 24 protective boundaries or the walls are 24 chromosomes. So that is the meaning of Sriman Nagara Nayaka. Therefore, Sumeru Srunga Madhyastha Sriman Nagara Nayaka refers to Sumeru Srunga Madhyastha refers to the training to the faculty of personality. Sriman Nagara Nayaka refers to training to the faculty of intellect. So the remaining namas we will explore in the next episode. Thank you.